All right, welcome to another episode of Slinging Dice from the Comfy Chair with the old Dice Slinger. All right, gang, there's something I've been meaning to make the video about this for some time now, and I just feel tonight is the right time to do it. So I'm going to start. You see, you can't work out like I said, I'm still learning the equipment. Let's see. Bear with me just one moment. I'm gonna get better. I know I keep saying that, but I am. I am working on it. All right, here we go. Get my live face on there. Let's wait for here. All right, let me shrink down a little bit. You can see me. No, that didn't work out. Huh. Let me see here. Okay, there we go. Get myself down a little bit more. No, not that. Okay. For the editing. Anyway, I'm going to talk about the Grognards. Now, after almost 40 plus years of role playing, I guess I qualify as a Grognard. Something I'm kind of proud of, but in some groups that has a negative connotation, and I want to talk about that. Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to kind of define what a Grognard is. Okay, the term actually comes from the Napoleonic Wars. English is my first language, apparently. And it was apparently, rumor has it, it was a term of affection that Napoleon gave his grenadiers, who would always growl and complain about everything, even in his presence. So that's the origin of the term grognard. And now, in gaming terms, it basically means someone who prefers older editions of a role-playing game. For example, Dungeons and Dragons or D&D. There are a lot of players who don't like fifth edition. They prefer first or second edition. Now, that itself is not a bad thing. What gets some people in trouble is that they deride the newer editions. They think that that's trash. They tend to, gatekeep, which is another bad thing about some of the grognards. Again, to me, being a grognard is not necessarily a bad thing. It's the way that you act towards other players that can make it a bad thing. Like you don't want to let younger players into your game, or you're always bad mouthing the newer editions. Now, this is kind of led to something called the neck beard. And again, let me do my thing as far as and put my live cell phone on tape for you guys. All right. I probably need to get an engineer, but I can't afford one. Those guys did not come cheap. But it would help, or at least someone more computer savvy than myself. All right, so here we go. Let's just add another video capture device. Make sure I got one. All right. Make myself small again. I'm gonna try. That did a trick. All right. There we go. Said this will take a while. It's all fun and games. All right. It's just one more artwork. Anyway, this has led to the creation of what is called the neck beard, a a pejorative term for someone who is hostile to any other system but the one they love and will gatekeep to the point of being cruel sometimes to interested players or new players. So, it's their way or the highway. You've seen them at cons. You probably ran into them at your friendly local game shop. These people are well, quite put it quite bluntly, they are a scourge upon the gaming community. You know, uh, and this person, they do not, it's not that they're gatekeeping to keep bad people out. They want everyone. They don't care. They want to. To them, the game belongs to them. It's all about them. It's their way or the highway. Yeah. Now, like I said, those are what I call the bad grognards. Uh, well, what's a good grognard? A good grognard is someone that wants to grow the hobby, and also and let's and introduce new players to some of the older systems so they can kind of get a feeling for the history of the hobby. You know, like So let's be honest. First edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons is a completely different game from fifth edition Dungeons and Dragons. They share a name, a common name. That is it. You know, if you want to be more precise, you can say there's TSR Dungeons and Dragons and there's Wizards of the Coast Dungeons and Dragons. Three, two separate companies, two separate games. Now again, that doesn't make either one a bad game. You know, in honesty, I prefer the TSR version, but that's just me because that's the way I was introduced to the role playing hobby was through the older editions. In fact, full confession, my favorite system is Castles and Crusades by Troll Lord Games. And interesting fact, I think they're on their eighth or ninth printing, and except for some errata, they have never really changed the game. It's basically it's the same basically as it was when they first came out, I think, which was 1999 or 98. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. I say, being a you know being a grognard isn't necessarily a bad thing unless the player or the person that makes it a bad thing by doing things like gatekeeping, which involves chasing new players out of the hobby. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. Please like and subscribe because I need the viewers and the subscribers so I can keep convincing my wife to buy some more equipment. Anyway, until next time, keep slinging those dice.